And we are recording. So everybody, welcome to our coach information webinar, kind of a behind the scenes look at what we do as coaches. So we're all excited to present this to you. You're gonna hear from 4 speakers today. We're gonna share what coaching is, what it isn't, what we do in a day, kind of the time requirement that entails, and how we make money. And you're also gonna hear a bit of our story. So we want to keep this 30 to 40 minutes max and have a live Q&A at the end. And people who stay on till the end will be entered into a drawing for some fun prizes. So that Q&A, as we're going along, if you have any questions, just drop them in the chat. If you are new to Zoom, if you take your cursor or you look down at the bottom, depending on if you're on the phone, there is a little chat that you can click into. And so you can drop your questions there and we'll address those at the end. Now, if you're like me, you're going to get off this call and you're going to think, oh, I should ask this, I should ask that, I should ask this. So just get with the coach that invited you here, and she'll follow up with you as well. So you always have an opportunity to get your questions answered. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and kick it off. My name is Louise, and I am a coach. I've been a coach for 5 years, and I'm just going to, I became a coach right from the get-go because I knew that I needed a career change. I was in construction management for 20 plus years, and I was just losing my excitement to get up and go to that job. And I knew I needed to make a change. And my coach, Nani, had seen me posting, about some of this on Facebook, which I almost wasn't ever on. So I'm really look back at that and I'm like, why did I do that? But I was sharing about that, and she said, hey, have you ever considered this? And I'm so grateful that she did reach out and ask me that question. And it has, fulfilled my life and changed my life and helped me in so many ways. And so I became a coach, and it is very fulfilling. But I'm going to start out just sharing what a coach is, what a coach isn't. And again, drop your questions in the chat, because we get a lot of questions about when we ask people if they're interested in coaching. And some of the common questions are, do I need to be a fitness expert? Do I need to have a certain knowledge level of nutrition? Do I need to be at my goal weight or a certain fitness level? And I've had somebody ask me, why would anybody want to follow me or join a group with me when I have, I'm so out of shape and I have still a lot of weight to lose? And I'm telling you, the best coach is you being you. You being you on your journey. People don't relate to perfect. They relate to you being on your journey while they're on their journey, which is what we do. You're going to share in the struggles. You're going to share how you are working through it and how you overcame it. You're going to celebrate the victories together. Not every day is going to be a great day, because you're human. Like, coaches are human, right? And we are just truly on this journey. And if you go and look at some of our social media, you will see us share that, how we got started, some of the doubts we might have had in the beginning or even along the way about, our fitness and whether we could, like for me, I've tried them all, right? Tried to lose weight and I could maybe lose weight but never keep the weight off, or doubted myself that I could do a certain fitness program, and certainly doubted in the beginning whether I could do this coaching thing. But we share how we overcame that, and we share about the goals that we've achieved and the ones that we still want to. And it's in that journey of just showing up and using the tools that you're provided, that we provide you, the nutrition plan, the workout library, the accountability groups and the training and the mentorship. In that process, you create a healthy lifestyle, a sensible lifestyle. It's not a quick fix. And what you do is replace old unhealthy habits with new healthy ones. You increase your confidence, you increase your energy, you create this belief and this passion in what you're doing in the journey and the results that you're getting, and you share that. That's what people want to see. So you don't have to be an expert. The company that we partner with, Beachbody, they have the experts. They have the nutritionists and the exercise scientists and all the gurus that formulate everything and create the programs. You just have to be you helping people just like you. It's really actually a beautiful process that happens here. It's just, we are people, helping people. And it's this thing that keeps going down the line. Our mission is to end the trend of obesity and chronic illness, which actually is just alarmingly on the rise, starting with kids, and all the way up. And that's our mission, is to help people begin their journey like we did and achieve their goals, to lead healthy, fulfilling lives, and to lead by example. And that's really it. This may resonate with some of you if you have a coach already. She maybe addressed some of your doubts, instilled some belief in you, got you plugged into a group, is helping you to navigate through the nutrition course, help you pick a workout that is aligned with your goals and is helping you stay accountable to those. And in the group, you get lots of inspiration and support, and you get to be this part of this community. And that is what we consider the first phase of coaching, is you creating your story, you creating your journey and sharing that. And I say first phase, but you never really leave that. This is something that we continue to do. Like, I've been coaching 5 years. My coach is almost 6 years. We just keep doing this and sharing with other people. But you start out here, right? Start out there on that journey. And then your coach will add in the business piece, business side of it, so that you can learn that. But you have to first start with that belief in what you're doing and what we do here in the products and the programs. And so as far as the business side of things goes, Nani and Heather are going to share the details on that. But before they do, I am honored to introduce this gal right here. I coach her, and she's going to share her story on, how she got started and how she became a coach and what her vision for that looks like. And so now I'm going to turn it over to Deb.
Thank you, Louise. As you know, she's my coach. Louise is my coach. She captured me and my career in the oil patch industry, which I was in for 18 years. I was on a downward spiral, and I kept seeing Louise's posts and whatnot on Facebook. And then I approached her going, hey, what's going on here? What is it that you're doing? And so I tapped into Team Beachbody mid-2016, and I was embarking on but I signed up as a discount coach to get the best bang for my buck. So I started out that way. But as you know, and as well as it happens to everyone else, life gives you a big curveball. And that happened to me in August when my dad passed away. So everything kind of shifted. And so I did a lot of travels and whatnot and taking care of family business. But that's where my fitness and nutrition had got derailed, but not my Shakeology. I kept that going. That was so easy to grab and throw in a bag and go. And I was very fortunate to have that, because that was the only peace of mind I had at that time. But as 2017 rolled around, I started auguring in a little bit more in the nutrition and kept on the challenges. And then I started seeing the transformation, all the while still being a discount coach. Well, started looking at it further, and I was like, you know what? Work is just, I was starting to live work, not myself. And so I was fortunate enough to leave that work. I retired from the business in 2017 and start rolling into I dabbled into the coaching, but put my big toe into the big pond. But Louise, as always, was there kind of pushing me a little, but I was like, I wasn't ready, because I wasn't ready inside. I was physically transforming, but I wasn't transforming inside. It was like really slow for me. But things kicked in 2018. That's when 80-day obsession came around, and ultimate portion fix, to be mindset. And every time I jumped into that, I couldn't help but see more and more of me blossoming. And that's where the personal development started really kicking in and saying, hey, and people are asking me, what are you doing? And it's like, I remember doing that with Louise. So it's like, why aren't I doing coaching? Why is it not me? And so I started looking myself in the mirror, which took a while, but I got into that. Well, this is making sense. This is starting to make sense, and why not share it? So in 2019, I became Emerald Coach, and still dabbling along, but life always gives you a curveball. So I moved up, unrooted move from Alaska to Arizona. So I kind of got derailed, but I still kept up the networking, and I still keep it up. And so this year, my goal is not only get Ruben, but hopefully Diamond. And so I can't help but not share what I have learned, and I'm still learning. And there's tons of resources. This group's a resource. Team Beachbody has revamped their whole coaching system, and even how to do social media and Instagram and Facebook, which I was still learning. I'm still learning. I'm still seeing years. but that's what's the beauty of it. It's nothing but positive moving forward, and to be present and not worry about the past. You get derailed, but you get back on the feet. So I am blessed to have this today and tomorrow and the future. And I'm really hoping to share it to a whole bunch of more people and be a coach. And that's the one thing I wish I would have done earlier, is to get into the coach business earlier and not be so fearful of it. Because when you're vulnerable and stuff, that's where people see more of your coaching. And then if they can connect with that, then they'll even be more so during the whole journey. So that's one thing I could really say if I did something different. So anyways, that's my story.
Awesome. Thank you, Deb. Trying to figure out like how to work my microphone here. Okay, so again, drop your questions if you have them in the chat, which you can find down at the bottom of your Zoom page there. And next we're gonna have Heather, who's gonna share what we do in a day and sort of the timing commitment. So go ahead, Heather, take it away.
All right, so I'll give you a brief back history of how I got into Beachbody, because to me that's always fun to hear, because every single one of us have a different story. Myself, oh my gosh, it's almost 10 years ago. I actually moved from Michigan to Alaska with my family, and emotional eater, put on 30 pounds. And I remember when we moved to Alaska, I'm like, I'm gonna be a stay-home mom. I've never been able to do that. So I did that for about 6 weeks. And then I'm like, I'm crawling the walls. I need to get out. So the universe brought me to Nani, because she owned a salon at the time. And I started working for her. And we clicked right away. We had the same interest in health and fitness and hair and beauty industry. And I wanted to lose this weight. And at that time, she had not found Beachbody yet. But the only way I knew how to was run. I would run, and hardly eat anything. And I thought that was my solution. And I lost a little bit of weight, but it was not sustainable. As the future goes on, Nani found Beachbody, and she was getting amazing results. And I basically said, what are you doing? I need to do this too. And enter in Beachbody, and it was my solution. I found out I was way under eating. I was over exercising. So I introduced way more food into my life, and 30-minute workouts, and I got amazing results. I was hooked for life. And I, just like Deb, did not go into this as thinking this was going to be a career. I had been doing hair for almost 20 years at that point. And I loved hair. It had been my career forever. I had no plans of leaving it. But as Nani was growing a team and I seen the flexibility that she had with the schedule that she had, I wanted that. I had a husband that was a shift worker. He would work a week on and a week off. I had kids that had basketball games that were 6 hours away, and I would have to reschedule my whole clientele to be able to go watch these games. And it just clicked in me that I'm like, I want what Nani's want. I want that freedom of time. To me, that is what was more important than the money or anything else. I wanted the flexibility and the schedule and the freedom of time. So I'll never forget, one day I just called her up and I'm like, I'm ready to do this, Nani. And she came over to my house and laid it all out. And I went into it at that point, honestly, just thinking it would be a hobby. I really wanted to help people with the results that I got. And once I started doing it, and my first success story was my sister, I got her to lose 35 pounds. I was hooked on that addiction of getting other people results. So that turned into wanting to do more and more. So that is my back history of Beachbody. So what was I doing on those typical days? What do you do as a coach? Number one, like a lot of the ladies have said already, you work on yourself. You work on yourself to become the best version of you. That is the number one thing that is your job as being a coach. Because if you don't take care of yourself, how can you take care of anyone else? Which I love that philosophy, because myself, before Beachbody, I catered to the kids, I catered to my husband, I catered to my friends, I catered to my business, and I did not leave any time for me. And this left me burnt out and exhausted. I actually had my doctor not prescribe, diagnosed me with adrenal fatigue, which if you look that up, most women have that. It's just we don't say no and we overwork ourselves. So Beachbody has brought that piece back into my life, and I can't thank it enough. Deb also mentioned personal development. That has been huge for me. If you're not familiar with personal development, I wasn't when I came into this business either. I remember Nani giving me books all the time, and I'm like, I don't need that. But once you find that piece of personal development that is your piece and it actually speaks to you and it starts changing your life, then you realize how that piece is almost more important than diet and exercise. Because if you're not fixed on the inside, the outside will not portray what's going on in the inside. I have people tell me now, which I don't necessarily see myself except for I may feel it, they see a glow within me. And when people say that, I didn't get it at first, but when you're truly happy with your life and the way your path is going, you do exude joy and happiness. And that is what I hope to give to anybody that comes into my team or into my accountability group. So after you work on getting the best version of your mental and physical self, you have to be proof the product works. So that comes again back into, you're going to drink your superfood shake because you already know how much greatness it does for you, but you need to show the community what it does so that they too can benefit from it. I drink my Energize before my workout every day. And I tell my girls, the only reason I get up at 5:30 in the morning to do my workout is because I get to look forward to that glass of Energize to get me going in the morning. And I know pretty much everyone on here probably drinks that too. And Recover, I will tell everybody that I went to Anchorage one weekend and didn't bring it with me because I didn't want to put it in my bag. And I was sore for 3 days after my workout. It truly works. So when you know these products work, you don't even have to sell it. You're just telling people what works for you. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to inspire others. And that comes back to being the proof the product works. Because like Deb said, people were coming to her asking her, what is she doing? People will come to you when you are being proof the product works because they want a piece of what you have. And you're going to start sharing it with your friends anyways. And then when you share it on social media, that brings it into light of new people that don't even know about these products or programs. You get to make new friends. I think that is the best part for me. I like to call it your professional friend maker, but you get to start adding and networking to people, and you get to meet people all across the country. These girls that I used to live with in Alaska or work with in Alaska, I am now in Michigan. We're on complete different time zones, and we still get to connect with each other. And there's amazing trips that you get to earn, and you get to meet up at locations and hang out with your friends that are on the other side of the country. You get to connect with old friends. That's an awesome thing too. I've reconnected with so many high school friends that I haven't talked to in years, and you pick right up where you've left off. Number 3, you're going to help and guide them. What does that mean? You're going to walk them through the journey with you. You're basically asking your friends and family, do you want to do this with me? Because I need accountability. I think that is the number one reason why I have not yo-yoed in almost 4 years, is because I've got my accountability group that will hold me accountable as much as I hold them accountable. I know there's girls that I will put a post up in my accountability group saying I have to get up at 5:40 a.m. to get my workout done. And they have said, I'll meet you in the virtual gym. Let's do this. After you do that, you're going to be their support system. And that doesn't mean just meeting them in the virtual gym at 5:40 a.m. It's that moment when you feel like you're going to reach for the cookie, and you tell them that you're in that moment too, because they can relate with you. And they are going to come back to you for that same thing. They're going to ask you, well, what does it mean when I don't work out that I have to actually eat more food? Why do I do that? I had that question today and I could not remember for the life of me. So I reached out to my coach and she helped me. So there is always someone on this team that will help you with any question if you cannot figure it out, let alone the back office is amazing with all those answers to those questions. Then the number one that I love to talk about, where do I find time? Because I've been on both ends of the spectrum. I started off as just a hobby, just inviting a few friends, and all the way into running my own business. When I decided to do this as a hobby, I owned my own salon. I had a full clientele. I had 2 teenage girls that were very involved in sports. I have a husband, a dog. I had helped on community, what do you want to call that? Like helped out in the community on boards and stuff too. So I was very busy, but I found the time. The beauty of that is pocket time. I know you don't know what that is now, but you will learn very quickly what pocket time is if you decide to do this. It's when you are sitting on the couch and you would typically be scrolling social media, or if you are in the line to pick up your kids and you're scrolling social media, that's when you might answer a message or send an invite to a friend to say, hey, you want to do this with me? You can find pockets of time that you're wasting. I guarantee you, if you sent me your schedule, I'd be able to find time in your schedule where you could fit this in. Where was I at? Looks different for everyone. So I want to kind of go over the looks different for everyone. It can be as simple as being a referral coach. If you have someone that's noticing things in you and they want, if they come up to you and say, I want what you want or what you're doing, how do I do that? You can just say, hey, this is what I'm doing. And it's as easy as getting that friend bonus, I like to call it. You could get a $50 friend bonus just for referring a friend. The next type is where I started, which was a hobby coach. And that was, I would dabble maybe 1 to 2 hours a day. And that was getting up early, getting my workout in. And then after I got done getting my workout in, I would check in with my challenge group. And then I'd be off to work. And then I would have a color on. And while that color was sitting on, I would invite a couple friends. And then before to bed, I would check in on my challenge group again. So typically 1 to 2 hours, maybe on the weekend. Now, I probably spend 4 to 5 hours a day to be realistic. But I'm building a team. I have a larger accountability group. I'm sending more emails. So there is more of a time commitment, but that is where you pick where you want to be. The floor is open to how big you want to make this. You could make it just enough to buy your products. You could have a couple extra $100 to buy groceries or pay your car payment, or you can make it a full-time career. You pick. The other thing I like to talk about is flex time, because like I said, my husband is a shift worker. Now that we're back in Michigan, he flies to Alaska for 2 weeks. So what I will do is I will work my butt off for 2 weeks. And then when he's home, I don't work it as much. So I find that balance. And I think that's all I had to talk about. If you guys have any questions, like Louise said, put it in the chat below and we will answer your questions later.
Awesome. Thank you, Heather.
Yep.
So much we can talk about, isn't there? It's like go on and on and on. So up next we have Nani, our fearless leader and our tireless leader, and she is going to share how we make money.
What to meet her?
Unmute yourself.
What to meet her?
Nice to meet you.
Hey, so here I am. So basically, you know, I retired from the salon business, right? And then I went into fitness before I retired. So I was already a fitness professional, already went for my kinesiology, physiology, did all that stuff. Still wasn't, you know, there was more to life for me that I was thinking, well then, hey, I think I just manifested 21-day fix to the world. So that fell in my lap through someone else, right? So I didn't want to do the business as well because I owned a business, right? And I was like, no, but man, I lost my weight in 3 weeks. I just wanted to keep going. I wanted the discount. I got that right away within the 30 days because I ran out. You know, it's like you just fall in love with, you know, the product, with feeling good about yourself and stuff like that, that eventually I decided to just like, oh, what the heck, I wanted to run my challenge groups, which you'll all learn all about that. But what we've gotten, you know, when we went amongst each other was everyone wanted to know, how do you make money? Like literally, how do you girls make money? And my thing is commit, be consistent, and you will become confident, okay? Just leaning in. But I took some notes because I want to make sure we stay on time. So earning income it's not a quick get rich quick business, okay? So if you're going for that, then this isn't for you. You know what I'm saying? because this business is built on a foundation of helping people. So we literally like change lives starting with your own life is what happens, okay? So we're changing lives, but we're starting with us first. So you've heard Heather say that as well. The number one thing is, it's like once you find something that you love, you want to pay it forward. So with me, I love the challenge group. You know, I never ever committed in my life to something like that, to a coach I didn't even know, into a secret group, but she just had to say secret group and I was all in. But, you know, so it's like one of those, you fall in love with it, and I just wanted to do it. So I wanted to hit the ground running with the challenge group, not with the business, not knowing that it was weaved in together, right? So it's a huge income potential. And here's the thing is, there's no inventory. There's no contract that says, hey, you're locked in. You can cancel anytime, and your coach fee is waived, okay? So the main thing is, like we say, number one, I always say when someone goes, Nani, so how do I make money if I want to do what you're doing? I'm literally like, well, you have to show up for yourself every single day. And you have to show up on social media every single day. And you have to share your story, and you have to share a message, okay? Because it's work, right? If you want to lose weight, you got to work at it. So that was my main thing. And then mine is, you know, being coachable. The number one thing you have to do is you have to invest in yourself. So you have to invest with your coach, okay? So it's no different from like if you're investing in a college. Nowadays, entrepreneurs nowadays, they're saying, hey, if you want to learn how to do hair, go hang with a hairstylist that you love, that is way up there, and work with them for a while and see what you like. That's what I tell my coaches. I'm like, invest in yourself first. Grab the challenge pack like I did for myself. Invest in your coach. Work side by side, weaved in with your coach, and experience the reading a book 10 minutes a day, the drinking the shake, the working out. Okay, that's how you're going to start. That's how you're going to start earning money, is when you invest in yourself first, and then definitely pay within that 30 days for your Shakeology already. Okay, so that's my thing on number one, is for your first 30 days, you want to lean all in with your coach and have that experience. Okay, and you can make that money back in that 30 days. So I want to go ahead and read this thing real quick. Our disclaimer. So Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success or income from the Team Beachbody coach opportunity. Each coach's income depends on his or her own efforts, okay? So just wanted to throw that out there, just because we may be talking about money soon. So anyways, so after you've invested in your pack, the value pack that your coach will, you know, let you know that, hey, this is the best value for what you're telling me. And if you're coachable, you will make that back within that 30 days, okay? So like you heard Deb say, dang, I wish I would have, you know, got into it right away, you know, same with Heather, right? The program, the drink the shake, the read your personal development, 10 pages a day, very important. Your coach fee, your coach business fee is like $16 monthly. We get a lot of questions. What is that for? You know, so your coach fee is literally the person that's sending off your orders, the person that's sending back orders that's not wanted, the person that is doing all the advertisement, the person that is doing the packaging, customer service, returns, advertising, all of that stuff, right? 25% is what you get off of your business fee. So you come out ahead like $18, $20 with a business fee. So worth it, okay? Now here's the example. You can earn 25% commission straight out of the gate, okay? So it's 25% you're saving, and you're making 25% on all these challenge packs, helping all these lives. And it's not where we want you to end up. You know, that's just where you're getting out of the gate, okay? So in the salon business, it's like you could make commission or you can make salary. You know, and so with this, when I learned the commission and the salary, I'm like, oh my God, we're in control of how much commission we make, and we're in control of how much salary we make. We are in control of our own paychecks. Okay, so it's you showing up every single day. So I'll give an example, because the last question we had was literally, well, So, you know, how do you get paid with all this stuff? We have like we have 6 bonuses. 6 bonuses. The ceiling is open. Heather, Louise, any of you can decide like, well, maybe I want to work faster than Nani. I just want to go and blow past her. The ceiling is way open. That's why it's not a pyramid scheme. Okay, so keep that in mind. So say your first month, I'll just give an example of how I did mine, okay, and how I teach my coaches. Say your first month, you're going to be coachable, you're going to be teachable, you're on this journey with your coach side by side, you know, doing your program, drinking your shake, reading your book, doing what she's saying because you want to get into the business, right? You're going to go ahead and help 3 people. You're going to get the bonus, you're going to get paid your first month. Literally, you can make $150 just helping 3 people. Okay, so keep that in mind. Your second month, I decided I wanted to continue on. I kept helping 3 people. Okay, I got my 150. I'm still helping my people get results because I'm freaking stoked that I lost freaking 12 pounds in 3 weeks. Every single person in my challenge group was going to do that. They're going to lose weight because I did. That's what we're doing. We're helping people, right? So then I go ahead and those 3 people, I got $102 from helping those 3 people from last month, 150 this month, right? I got that right there. My third month, I decided, well, and we didn't even know we earned all this extra stuff that came with it. I just wanted to just keep helping people. So my third month, I went again, helped 3 more people. I was like, who can I help? I really want to help people. Do what I did. Got 3 more people. What did I do? I made the 150, right? Again. Then I got the 102 from my first month, the 102 from my other 3 people, and then here's my third month. So do the math, okay? My fourth month, I just continued on right there. I was just like, oh my God, this is so fun. The groups we're getting there, you know, we're all losing weight. We're feeling good. Everybody's doing what Nani's doing because that's what we do. We teach them what our coach taught us. So same thing, right? Right there within that 4 months, because when you love what you do, you found what works and you're sharing it with so much just excitement, that's when things flow. Okay. So right there, that's like what? 12, what is that? 1,200, what is that? 12. That's like $1,000, $1,212, 4 months. Okay. When you're helping 3 people all the time, doing exactly, listening to your coach, doing all that stuff. Now for me, I didn't stop at 3. Shoot, I did 10, I did 20, I did 5. I wanted to help everybody. So can you imagine what that is? You control your commission, you control your salary, you control your paycheck when you're inspiring and you're impacting and you're helping people. Okay, so the foundation is we are helping people because you're going to help yourself first and you're going to just be glowing like Heather said. You get that glow because you're so happy from the inside that nobody can bring you down. So anyway, so that's just basically how, you know, just a short example, and I hope you can all understand that, you know, I just wanted to do the month, the minimum rate. It's just like you loving the program, the product, you are the product, right? You've become like this product. So anyways, that's part. Number 2 is building your team. And that's what you hear everyone talk about, building their team. That's the next thing we teach you. It's like, we're going to help you build your team. We're going to get you to our next milestone, which is we can get you there. I can get you there right now. I can get you all to Emerald right now if you want to. If you're like, Nani, I'm ready. I'm all in. I'm leaning in. We can get you there. Okay. So you get to your Emerald. You have 2 active coaches. You have 2 of yous with you. Okay. So that's what it is. It's just basically, you're just like, oh my God, you're going to have people coming to you saying, hey, I want to do what you're doing. Or if you're brand new, like one of my girlfriends, and said, okay, I'm kind of scared, Nani, to do this. Well, do you have 2 good friends or people you trust that would do it with you? So she snagged 2 of her good friends to do it with her because she didn't want to go out there alone. You know what I'm saying? So it's however you want to go and coincide that with your coach. You start small. Your paychecks, maybe your first week will be $14, maybe your next one $28, maybe your next one $0, because you're building a team. Literally slow, but a huge potential where you can literally come up to like where you're at a point where you're making the 1,200 in a week. Okay. And that's building your team. And that's while you're on vacation. That's why you're sleeping. Becoming an emerald is open for business, but I always say residual income, and Dave's like, it's residual. And I'm like, residual. He's like, residual. So anyways, it's that money where you're sleeping or on vacation that's going like this, okay? So that's what emerald does for you. So the thing is, you start small, it becomes huge. When you're consistent, showing up every single day, telling your story, and giving out your message, okay? So when you grow a team, everyone's different. We're all different on this team. So when you grow a team, okay, I've got my team. Well, Louise wants to grow her own team because Louise is Louise, right? And Heather wants to grow her own team because Heather's Heather. You know what I'm saying? So you grow your own team because you're you, and you start attracting yous. Or maybe you start attracting people that you become, or you attract people that you used to be. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of a thing where when you attract someone, it's you. And you want to attract the person that you're becoming, basically, because they're coming on your journey with you. So that's the secret sauce, is be consistent, sharing your story, sharing your message. People are watching. And people are watching to see if you're going to quit. Seriously. Because if you're going to quit, they don't want nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? They want someone that's like, bam, 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 going to be there every day, no matter what. They may watch you for a year. They may watch you for 2 years. They may watch you for a month. So, just know that it's patience, right? So, continue showing up every single day. Social media. Oh yeah, when you do all of that, when you continue showing up every single day, right? Like I said, your message, your story, social media, paychecks will come. It's consistency. So just remember, when you commit, then you become consistent, and then you become confident. So you're not in it alone. You'll never be alone. The income potential is huge, 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 huge. Start small, 3 people a month. Our goal is to help you never to pay for your Shakeology ever, okay? Our goal also to get you to Emerald, to help you grow your own team immediately. And of course, side by side with your coach. And then Emerald, like I said, I can help you now. We can help you now. It's literally push play, drink your shake, read your 10 pages every single day, show up for you every single day, show up on social media every single day with your story and your message. Catch that inner fire, and you will, and change your life, and you have the power to impact the world. And the thing is, it's the most rewarding work you'll ever do in your life. Together is better. And that's all I have. I just kind of wanted to finish up with just, the points where commit, right? Commit to yourself, and then be consistent to yourself, and then become confident. And then you'll just glow on everyone else, because everybody's looking for the light, right? So you want to be the light shining on everyone else. And that's about it. I want you guys to know that we're going to have you do uncomfortable stuff, right? Get on social media every single day, because it's free, and it's the fastest way to like share your journey to the world. Do you know what I'm saying? Because a comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing ever grows there. Okay, so be ready to grow. Okie dokes, Louise.
Awesome. Thank you, Nani. So again, there's if you have questions, just get with the coach that invited you to this webinar. If you know of anybody who you think, oh, you know what, this would suit my friend, whoever, Susie, we can provide you with this webinar recording so that they can watch it and maybe do this with you. That's what we do. I didn't see any questions in the chat itself, but if anyone, just a second, we'll take a second here. If anyone to unmute themselves and ask a question now, we can answer those. Does anybody have any questions? I've got your names for the prize drawing.
Oh, come on, ask a question. Ask a question, any question, especially if you're gonna do this, because you gotta jump out of your box. I dare you, ask a question. We've got Liz, we've got Kimberly, we've got Steph. Is that Venetia?
V.
No dares. Are you guys going to be coaches? Are you guys going to work on yourself and show up for yourself every single day? Don't be shy. You covered everything pretty well. Okay, we'll let you buy with that one. That's a good one.
That is true. And we could dive deep into everything that we've shared today. And just know that, you know, it can feel overwhelming in the beginning, but we are here to walk with you step by step. You are never alone. Like Nani said, you will get into a mentorship. And so the drawing that I have is a packet of our pre and post workout. So Energize, the Recover, which Heather had talked about, like very good when you're doing your workout program. And then I have tons of DVDs from when I first joined, that this is how we did it. And now you've got the streaming library with everything on it. So this is one of my favorites from my soul program, 21 Day Fix, Fix Extreme. It's a bonus workout. I mean, the Fix Challenge. And so this one is awesome. So this is the prize. I've got the guest names in here. This is how I do it. I love giving away prizes. We all do in our challenge groups. You get prizes for participating in your own journey. So who's going to be the winner? Oh, it's V. V.
Sweet.
Yay, congratulations. I will mail this out to you. Okay, so again, get with the coach that joined or invited you here. If you want this recording to share with others, if you want it to watch again, your coach will probably send it to you. And thank you for getting on the call.
Yeah, thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. I'm doing a quick, because we do social media around here.